Oh boy, do I have a scary story for you. This is a scary story, but it's all true. It starts with George Bush in Europe, talking about why he needs to build a missile defense shield in Eastern Europe aimed at Russia. Well, here's the reason. He needs it to protect everybody against Iran. When did Iran move to Eastern Europe? The Russians aren't very happy about this. Then Bush followed that up by talking about Iran and World War III in a speech just a couple of days later. World War III. He said he's been going around telling people that if they're interested in avoiding World War III, then they should be interested in bombing Iran. It's pretty scary stuff, George. Then, a couple of days later, it got a little scarier still. Vice President Dick Cheney gave a speech. Now, whenever Dick Cheney walks into a room, that's pretty scary all by itself. When he gives a speech, it's pretty darn frightening. When he gives a speech about Iran, it's just downright terrifying. Cheney said that Iran will pay serious consequences if they continue to pursue their nuclear power program. Hey, let's remember, everything Iran is doing is perfectly legal, at least right now. Sure, we'll keep an eye on them. Dick Cheney doesn't want to keep an eye on them. He wants to keep bomb sights on them. Now that's scary. And just when you thought the story couldn't get any scarier, it got scarier still. The Republican presidential candidates had to get in on the story. Mitt Romney announced that the options with Iran were blockade or bombardment. Those were his words, blockade or bombardment. Not to be outdone, Rudy Giuliani promised that he would bomb Iran. He said, that's not a threat. That's a promise. If elected president, he would bomb Iran. Now that's scary. Of course, the leading Democratic presidential candidate, Hillary Clinton, didn't want to get left out of the scary story either. So what'd she do? She voted for a Senate resolution calling on the State Department to condemn the Iranian Revolutionary Guard, part of their military, to condemn them as a terrorist organization. Under previous Senate resolutions and enactments, that gives President Bush pretty much the authority he needs to bomb Iran. Thanks, Hillary. That's pretty scary. And just like any good scary story, this one comes with a mystery, a secret, a hidden doorway. In the recent request for more funding for the war in Iraq, some $146 billion, there's a little tiny $88 million request to retrofit B-2 bombers. Why do they want to retrofit B-2 bombers? So that they can put the new 30,000-pound bunker buster bombs on board the B-2s. There's only one place in the world that they could be planning to use 30,000-pound bunker buster bombs, in Iran. They hid it away in the legislation. It'll probably get passed. Now that's scary. And finally, just before Halloween, Condoleezza Mushroom Clouds Rice goes to Congress and announces new sanctions on the Iran Revolutionary Guards. You remember that resolution that Hillary Clinton voted for? Hey, thanks, Hillary. Now that's scary. Seems like we're going to war with Iran. Never mind that Afghanistan and Iraq are falling apart. Former powerful allies in the region, Turkey and Pakistan, are coming apart at the seams and are about to blow up. George Bush, Dick Cheney, Condoleezza Rice, they're going to go attack Iran. World War III, you said, George? Yeah, it just might be right this time, George. Now that's scary. I'm Paul George, here to tell you Orwell was an optimist. Now that's scary.